Hi everybody, I'm Glenn Lucas, and today I'm going to talk about some of the equipment I use when it comes to sanding my bowls. Clean air in the workshop has always been an important part of staying healthy at the lathe. I've been doing this for the last 35 years and I've been very conscious during that time about looking after my health. Over the lathes I've mounted two MaxiVent air filters. These filters have two internal motors and a very thick HEPA filter which will remove 99.8% of the fine dust. The lathes have flexible dust extraction arms which are very rigid, and I can fix them in place exactly at the source of dust. On my main production lathe I have a 6-meter long arm which will reach right out to the middle of the floor. It's got an 8-inch hose. This all leads back to an external dust extractor. I use a 3M VersaFlow respirator. This is very comfortable when you're wearing it all day long. It's effective at removing all the dust, but also effective at protecting your face. When sanding the back of a bowl, I like to use a spindle extension, which gives me a little bit of extra room for working. For the outside of the bowl, I use a 6-inch sanding pad with a medium density foam. The 6-inch discs are easy for me to obtain, but also remove a lot of material very quickly, greatly reducing the sanding time. The 6-inch sanding pad comes with a 5/16 thread, which won't fit in an electric drill. However, we do sell an adapter which will allow you to connect the 5/16 thread with a 3/8 inch or larger drill chuck. The drill that I use is a right angle Makita drill. I can keep this very close to my body for the maximum of stability, but it's also light in weight and it's got variable speed and reverse. On the inside of my bowls I use a Bosch electric drill. It's variable speed, it's got reverse, and it's light in weight. I use a 3-inch or a 75mm sanding pad for sanding the inside of larger bowls. And for smaller bowls, especially with tight concave curves, I'll use an 1.75" or 45mm sanding pad. The smaller pad means that the disc edge is unsupported and it'll fold over as I go around those tight concave curves. But for the outside of the bowl, I always prefer that the disc is exactly the same diameter as the sanding pad it's mounted on. I typically use a soft foam pad when it comes to sanding tight curves on the inside of a bowl, with shapes such as the Dublin Viking bowl or a calabash bowl. For everything else, I use a medium density. The choice of sandpaper is also really important. So I try and buy the best quality sandpaper with a very good Velcro backing, and I punch it out myself to keep the cost of sanding to an absolute minimum. The black nylon cutting board helps maintain the edge on the punches, but it also ensures that you get precisely cut sanding discs each time. The center of the larger sanding discs often don't get used, so it's very easy for me to punch out the center and use them then on a smaller sanding pad. When it comes to punching out sandpaper, I have 2-inch and 3-inch sandpaper punches. A lump hammer can be used to successfully cut through many discs at one time. I do prefer to use a hydraulic press because I can punch through more discs at once and it's a lot quieter. I usually sharpen the punches about twice a year, and for that I have a special adapter that will allow me to fit it in either the Tormek, or I can also use it in the V-arm of the one-way vari-grind system. I just need a steady hand, keep my arms tucked in, and then continuously rotating without pausing. The Tormek SVD 186 jig is perfect for sharpening the punches. You just have to disassemble it and then use the base component to hold the sharpening jig. If you'd like to find out more about the tools that I've used in this video, check out my website, glenlucas.com.